Radio Rahim with Frank Warren.
My lollipop's bigger than yours.
Well, listen, that's how humble I am. I gave the man the big mic because he's the big man. I know that you disagree with the judges, but I wonder what you think the judges were looking at.
I don't know. They weren't looking at what I was looking at. I mean, one judge did not give him one round in the last 7. And the other 2 judges only gave him 1 round in the last 7 rounds of that fight. That is impossible.
There was a lot of effective punches in this fight, but I would say that we didn't have those moments like we had in the first fight.
No, well, it's like that was a bit like Ali and Frazier, that trilogy of fights, and the middle fight was nothing like the first fight. I mean,
Right.
I thought there'd be a more. I genuinely thought that wouldn't go the distance, but they was pretty much, they knew each other fairly well, and it showed in there. But I thought he did enough to win it. Oscar was sitting a couple of seats away from me, and he was scoring it, and he's a neutral. He's got no juice in it, and he had Tyson winning it by 3-4 rounds.
Did you think that Tyson might have performed better in the judges' eyes if he had been more aggressive? Because I thought the 10th round, honestly, was his best round. He was mugging Usyk. He was fighting inside.
Yeah, he was, but then the judges gave it to Usyk.
Yeah, fair play.
That's the point I'm making. I mean, how can you say he never won a round on one of the cards, didn't win a round in the last 7 rounds? It's nuts.
I certainly don't agree with that. You're right. Now it's a tough one because Tyson feels like he won. You feel like he won. On the cards, he's lost twice. Is there any appetite for a third fight? Do you even want to try to make that fight?
I don't know. At the moment, he's going home with his family. He's been away from them for over 3 months. See his wife and children. It's Christmas, holiday time, New Year. Go and enjoy that. Plenty of time to have a discussion, see what he wants to do. He may not want to fight. I don't know. But I'm not. Whatever he wants to do, I will support him wholeheartedly.
I mean, listen, it's very, very rare that 2 losses by 2 different fighters make for a super fight. But as you will know better than anybody, a super fight is still possibly in the making with Joshua and Fury.
There's quite a few fights if he wants to do it.
I mean, Hearn was here tonight. You guys talk all the time. Is that a conversation you've already? Did you at least wink at each other like, we can make this money?
I didn't get a chance. I was straight up in the ring. I thought we was going to get in the ring and celebrate. To be honest, that's where we were at.
Well, you've got another, potential bite at Usyk. You're not the only one who got up in the ring. Dubois got up in the ring. Yeah. He's always funny, man. I feel like he's such a nice guy.
Got in the ring, but, I didn't know he was going to do that. He got in the ring and he obviously wants his revenge, but he's got a big fight in February to come through first. He's got to fight Joe Parker.
Right.
And that's not no easy task. He's a former world champion. He's on a good roll at the moment, and we'll see how that goes. And then you can maybe look at situations like that. And Moses tonight was phenomenal.
I mean, Moses, listen, I of course had him as a favorite, but I didn't have a first-round knockout. That overhand was tremendous.
He's exceptional, isn't he? And he's a teenager.
The uncomfortable aspect of talking about Tyson is his emotional state, which he's been transparent about so many times. And he's never had a situation where he's lost 1 fight, much less 2 in a row, especially at this time of his career. Are you at all concerned about his mental health and his well-being?
Look, he's bipolar. I mean, that's a fact of life. I mean, he's got a great family around him. They're supporting, and they're a very loving family. And obviously, he's got friends, and I'd always be there for him, whatever. But he's a strong character. He's physically, as well as physically strong, he's mentally strong, and he's quite philosophical in there. But he's disappointed for obvious reasons.
And lastly, Frank, this has been an incredible year for you. This is a sore spot, the Fury fights.
Yeah,
but
I really did feel he would win the fight. And I actually said my prediction was he would stop it. But I really felt he would win, and I felt he did win. But listen, it is what it is.
If you could make one thing happen for 25, you had so many great things in 24, but if you had one thing that could happen in 25, what would that be?
blimey, we're blessed, aren't we, with all these heavyweights that we've got. I just want it to continue. That's all I want in 2025. It continues that we put in these great heavyweight fights on, and great fights all around.
Well, I hope that happens so we can continue to have these conversations. I appreciate the time as always. Radio Rahim with Frank Warren. Cheers.